The lights went out inside ADX Florence, and the steel doors slammed shut at the same time. In cell 14, a man named Marcus Reed pressed his hands to the cold wall as a loud voice echoed down the hall. "You are never leaving this place." That was the moment everyone later talked about. That was the moment ADX Florence earned its darkest name, the prison of no return. Marcus felt his breath shake. He had come here alive, but something inside him knew he would never be the same again. And then the sirens stopped, leaving one question hanging in the air: how did Marcus end up here? Years earlier, Marcus Reed was just a quiet kid from Ohio. He liked fixing radios and helping his mom carry groceries. He was smart, but life around him was hard. His dad was gone, money was tight, and bad people lived on his street. Marcus tried to stay out of trouble, but trouble has a way of knocking anyway. When Marcus was 19, he met a man named Victor Hale. Victor wore nice suits and spoke softly. He said he ran a business. Marcus only knew that Victor paid cash and asked questions about alarms and wires. At first Marcus said no. Later, when his mom got sick and the bills stacked up, Marcus said yes. The job started small. No one got hurt. Marcus told himself it was just machines and codes. But one night everything changed. A robbery went wrong. Police cars screamed into the dark. Someone fired a gun. Marcus ran, his heart pounding like it would burst. By morning, the news called it a major crime. By night, Marcus was arrested. Prison was loud and crowded, but Marcus kept his head down. He read books. He stayed quiet. Guards noticed he never caused fights. That should have helped him. Instead, it made others nervous. Marcus knew too much. He listened too well. He remembered everything. One day, 2 officers came to his cell. They did not smile. They told Marcus to pack his things. He asked where he was going. One officer looked at him and said, "Colorado." The ride was long and silent. Planes, buses, gates. Each stop felt colder than the last. When they arrived, Marcus saw tall fences, cameras everywhere, and thick concrete walls. A sign read, ADX Florence. As Marcus stepped inside, the doors closed behind him with a sound like thunder. Deep inside the prison, a guard leaned close and whispered, "People come here, but they don't go back." Then the lights went out. Marcus's heart pounded like a drum in the dark. He could barely see his own hands. The silence was broken only by the echo of footsteps far down the hall. Then a heavy steel door slammed somewhere close by, making the ground shake under his feet. Panic clawed at him, but he forced himself to breathe. He had heard stories about ADX Florence, but now he was living them. Every shadow felt alive, every sound a warning. When the lights flickered back on, Marcus saw the cell he would call home. It was small. Bare concrete walls, a narrow bed, a metal toilet. A small window high up let in nothing but gray light. He realized how completely cut off he was from the outside world. The guards led him to the center of the prison. He saw inmates walking silently, heads down, staring at nothing. Some muttered to themselves. Some just sat still, unmoving. He wondered how long it had been since anyone smiled here. Marcus tried to find a rhythm. He read the few books he was allowed. He tried to talk to the other inmates, but most didn't answer. Every day was the same: breakfast, cell check, yard time, lunch, lockdown. Weeks passed, and Marcus began to feel the weight of isolation pressing down on him. He thought about his mom, about Ohio, about the life he would never get back. One day, a commotion in the yard caught his attention. A man screamed, then another. Guards rushed over, shouting orders, and the prisoners froze. Marcus watched as one inmate was dragged screaming into the shadows. The other inmates didn't move. They had learned what happened to anyone who fought back. Marcus realized just how true the whispers were. ADX Florence didn't just hold people, it changed them. At night, Marcus lay awake on his narrow bed, listening to the pipes and the distant screams. He tried to remind himself why he had ended up here, but the thought only made him shiver. He had made mistakes, yes, but nothing had prepared him for the constant fear, the feeling of being trapped like an animal in a cage that stretched forever. Then, something happened that shook him to his core. During a routine cell check, Marcus noticed that one of the security cameras wasn't moving. It was pointing directly at him, unmoving. That shouldn't happen. The guards walked past without noticing. He blinked, but the camera stayed fixed. Suddenly, a voice came over the intercom. A cold, slow voice that made his blood run ice cold. "Marcus Reed, tonight you learn why ADX Florence is called the prison of no return." The lights flickered again. The camera lens focused, and Marcus realized he was being watched in a way that went beyond ordinary surveillance. Something inside the prison was waiting for him. Something that didn't want him to leave alive. The steel door slammed behind him with a deafening clang, and Marcus knew without a doubt, that this was only the beginning.